Okay, this is my 1967 MGB Mark 1. Just take you for a quick walk around. I'm just about to change the near side kingpin and stub axle assembly. I've done a few things to this car since I've owned it, but I'll maybe demonstrate that on a later video. Right hand side of the car took me about a day and a half, and I expect this side will take about the same. I'm going to replace the stub axle, including the kingpins, and I'll put new wheel bearings in as well. This is the hub nut removal tool, which I made from bits and pieces of plywood that I had lying around. Probably a bit heavy, really. Should have made it a little bit smaller. It's a bit big to keep in the boot, but I'll use this. Okay, I'll jack the car up and prepare it for some engine stands. Good spot for the axle stands. Let's see what happens. Looks okay. Just need to make sure I've got enough room to get the jack in there to decompress the springs, which I don't think I have actually. Okay, might have to rethink this. Okay, at two separate axle stands in different locations. This will allow me to be able to decompress that spring when I disassemble everything. Undo the hub nut. Remove the wheel. Okay, the wheel's off. Next thing we have to do is take the brake caliper off and remove this cup. Now this cup has a 5/16 UNC thread on it, and that has to come out. you can buy a tool for this, but there's a few videos on YouTube that show you how you can achieve this without buying a special tool. What I've done, and I've just copied someone else, excuse the airplane noise, you just go to your local hardware store and buy 516 UNF, sorry it's UNF not UNC. This bolt is 1.5 inches long, but a 2-inch long bolt would be far better. It's just a little bit too short. Okay, this is how it's done. I've got two 516 UNF nuts. I'll just put them on the end of that thread. Make sure it goes on square. Thread on this one is a little bit damaged, so it's just hard to get it to start. Okay, I'll start again. I've got a new nut. I think the nut was damaged, so I'll put that nut in. Screw it all the way to the end. This is just the first nuts to protect the threads. The second nut you will screw halfway in. Screw it halfway in and sort of back. Turn the first nut back. It will act as a lock nut, and you want to leave yourself about 3 threads. 3 threads is enough. Just get them tight, and then you get your bolt, screw it in, and this is where a longer bolt, and then what I do, I just get my multi clips on like so. Just pull it back as it comes. You could make a tool up, but this is how I do it. It works quite well. Okay, next thing we have to do is take or remove the brake caliper. There's 2 nuts on the rear, which we'll have to undo, and they're 5/8. So let's get that. Just got to tie this up. Just get something to tie that one up. Okay, so I've just tied the caliper up there, just so that it doesn't get in the way. Now I have to remove this cotter pin, or split pin as some people call it. It's quite tricky. On the other side I had to cut the bottom off it and then try and move the pin up a bit, and then it has to be aligned with this hole, and you can then withdraw it through the hole. It can be quite tricky, but anyway, we will see how we go. Okay, I've managed to line up the pin. Just push it up in from in there, far enough to get it through the top, and then I can just grab it and hopefully pull it out. Okay, that's that done. Now I need to get the castellated nut off. Probably best to do this with a breaker bar. Not sure what the torque is on it, but that's it. Wasn't on that tight. I've used a 30mm socket, but I'm not quite sure if it's imperial or not. I guess it is. But the 30mm socket fits. Full of grease, I better clean it. Okay, I've moved the castellated nut. The hub should just slip off along with its bearings. Okay, there we go. One of the races just fell out, but I'll just sit back in there again. I'll take this away and clean it. Okay, I'm just going to disassemble this hub, remove the bearings, that's the inner race. I need to hang on to these shims. There should be quite a number of shims in there. Okay, I'm just going to remove this seal. Remove the race. There's a spacer. I might just put these in order. So there's a seal. There's the inner race. There's a spacer in there. It's a bit difficult to get out. I'll just get something to grab it. That's better, you can see that. There's the inner spacer. And the bevel side. And just clean a bit of grease off it. Another shim. Got to keep all these shims. That sits there like so. And basically that's it. I need to press out the two outer bearings and put the new ones in. But I'll do that later. I'll just give it a bit of a clean up. There's a lot of grease in there. I need to give this a good clean. Okay, the next thing I need to remove is the brake caliper back plate. It's a 1/2-inch socket, 4 screws. Fairly simple. Stubborn. Oh, this will need cleaned. I'll probably give it a bit of a paint as well. Okay. There we go, look at that. Okay, now I am going to replace the complete assembly from here all the way down to there. I'll also redo these bushes at the back of the wishbone, that one as well. So the next thing I need to do is undo that link bar from the wishbone and also split the ball joint, so I'll prepare for that. Okay, I'm just going to undo the ball joint bolt. I use my rattle gun for this. Oh, well, that was easy. Okay. Just shove that back up. I didn't expect that to come away. That's a brand new ball joint, probably. That's why it came away fairly easily. Okay. Next thing I need to do is this link arm. 3/4. Which it is, I think. This is where things can go wrong. It's fairly tight. Oh, there we go. It's gone. It's currently 100, well, maybe 100 bushfires burning. You just have to feel for those people affected by it, and the people that have lost their lives. Almost there. I might just remove it completely. This is a bit stubborn, this one. Okay, I might just leave that. Okay. So that just leaves us really this bottom castle nut to undo. Then we can drop the jack, release the tension on the spring, and then release the lower trunnion, upper trunnion with another castle nut, and we should be good to go. Okay, I'm just going to remove the split pin, quarter pin, and we'll undo the nut. that one done. Okay, I need to drift that one out. So I'll just put that back on so that I can whack it with a hammer. Maybe a rubber mallet, maybe. Okay, that bolt's ready to come out. I'm just going to drift it out. Jack should support it. Okay, that's ready to go. Oh, broken spring. Got a broken spring. Shit. Wow, that's a surprise. I've got a broken spring. Oh, that makes it harder. I need to get a new one. I wonder how long that's been in there. That is a surprise. I'll have to order a new spring. This job's going to take longer than I thought. Okay, well, we've established that I need a new spring. I shall probably order 2 springs and replace both. So now I'm going to undo this top castle nut and remove the stub axle assembly. Okay, I just broke the top off the split pin, but maybe I can get it this way. Ah, here we go. Looks like this might be an 11/16, which it is. Nut done. Should be able to drift this out. This whole assembly should just come apart now. Holding that in. There we go. That's it. take this away and have a look. Bush. Now that arm should slide off. Might need a little bit of persuasion, but should come off. There you go. One down. The problem I've got with the springs is that it's now the 23rd of December and it's going to be difficult to get springs over the Christmas period. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do there. Probably search online, maybe take a week or so to get here from wherever. Maybe do the other side. And these bushes look shot. These are definitely shot. These ones are shot as well, look. It's pretty bad. Job's a good one, as they say. Okay. I will replace this bump stop as well. This one's not too bad. When I did the other side it was completely perished. But I've got a new one, so I may as well use it. Two coats of paint, maybe another two to go. Let it dry for 10 minutes and then I'll have another crack at it.